Yo, what's up, people? Welcome to Indecisive Podcast. Yeah. In this season 1 of Indecisive Podcast, we're going to be talking about Your Kenyan show films. All right, let's jump into the Tokyo. Okay, so what's your take on these Kenyan local films from when you were born, when you came into existence? Hizo show ulipata back then, whether you're a millennial or a Gen Z, the shows that you found going on, what's your take on them? For me, mini Gen Z, nilipata Vioja Mahakamani ikiendelea, nilipata Classmates ikiendelea. I'm a younging, man, don't judge. I found the Gumbaru schools, and then these some local entertainment shows kama Naswa and that, those things. Then afterwards Machachari kanipata, Tidy High kanipata, Papa Shirandole kanipata, yo mother-in-law kanipata. So those are my days. And as for me, I feel like easy show manze, since back then up to date, there's been a very, very great improvement, a huge improvement in this entertainment sector. So let's give it up to our entertainment personnel. Personally, I'm a supporter of the Kenyan local films. I do watch them a lot. Bana kwanza hizo enzi nilikuwa natoka chuo 4 manze, nimekuja, the first thing I do is first, you know, African parents, how they work, how they operate. First thing watakwambia, do your homework. So I used to make sure that hiyo 4 nimefanya homework yangu fiti before ni ifike 6 ninge maybe KTN watch ako ka film, maybe ka Philippines or wherever, those soap operas at 6 p.m. and then 7 a.m. nimekaa chini na wazazi msee, they used to love Citizen News, so walikuwa watching Nipashe. This is Nipashe News on Citizen. So I used to sit there tight, just ndio at least, alafu I used to make sure the remote is close to me, ndio they don't change the channel after 7:30. Yeah, we all know why. So abu unapata on Monday Inspector Mola, Tuesday Tidy High, I don't know Wednesday what was coming, either Machachari, I don't know, Machachari was on Friday, yeah. Alafu Thursday was this Papa Shirandula. There's one show there, I don't remember, between the week. Then on Sunday evening PM nakuja mother-in-law, then you go to Churchill show. So these shows were great. They used to entertain us as kids. Zilikuwa tu poa. And shout out to the actors, the producers, the writers, the editors, and everyone that took part in bringing up these shows. Now, the up-to-date imefika point, we have our Kenyan entertainment, our own Kenyan movies, locally produced movies on platforms like Showmax. And I would like to actually big up Showmax for their good job, for the opportunity that it has given these Kenyan film producers to post their movies there and actually spread them all over Africa. Give a round of applause for the Showmax, whatever things. Alright, so in this season 1, I've said nimewambia tutafanya, we will just talk about your Kenyan show films. In season 1, we'll talk about different movies, maybe locally produced movies that were great. We'll talk about mostly locally produced movies either a series or just a movie or drama or whatever genre it is. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this season 1 of Indecisive Podcast. So now, first of all, we've seen the Kenyan industry grow. We've seen people trying to showcase their talent kupitia YouTube. Others wanatumia TikTok to produce short films, and they're actually very entertaining. Actually, tunakuja kuona we have very, very talented personnel in this country that, yes, have not yet grown, but at least they've been given this platform, this opportunity to showcase their talent. Unapata these ghetto movies mostly zimekuwa mob sana ukiingia YouTube. We have Coach Chocolate City. It's a series I do love that movie. Kuna Rada, Lefty pale, and other more movies, short films, and they are very actually entertaining. These movies actually give you a hint of how ghetto life is, how life in the slums are, and how people survive. Inakupatia life ya crime, then it gives you a teaching that crime does not pay, because at the end of the show tunaonaga these people who are into crime in these shows, actually we see that in the end they end up either dead or arrested, and that gives us a moral lesson. And I really give a big shout out to these people, these producers who produce these movies, and the directors and the editors and the writers, and also not forgetting the actors, because it's a teamwork. It's a team that has come and worked hard in trying to educate us, entertain us, all in one package. Now, there is this one show, ilikuwa Maisha Magic. Maisha Magic is a platform that tumeona most Kenyan films sasa. These acha nizite high standard sasa, zenye zimeomoka. There's one show I loved in Showmax that was actually featured in Maisha Magic. This show is a very, very good show. If you've not watched it, please go watch it. It's a story that, from the title, I think the title, I don't know, but I think they derived it from the Bible. In a city where there was a king called Melchizedek, who was a king of peace. So this show, it's actually a series of 2 episodes, and 2 seasons, and very, very many episodes. But I don't know why ilikatika, but still, it's a very good show. So a show, it's about inequality. Its main moral lesson is inequality between the rich and the poor. That difference, that kagap hapo katikati. So we find hapa kwa issue kuna crime, kuna love, obviously. Kuna mambo mingi. And actually, I would also like to give a shout out to the Kenyan actors and actresses, because manze, who would have thought that Kenyans will actually give, or will actually but produce a romantic movie, and it actually appears romantic. Kitambo ilikuwa kupata movie ya Kenya mse watu wana kiss, like literally it was ilikuwa normal because of the ethics of the African ethics of the culture. Sindio? Okay, in this show tunapata love, tunapata crime, tunapata justice, tunapata injustice pia, So this show is called Salem. As I said, Salem was a city in the Bible ruled by a king who was a king of peace. This king was called Melchizedek. So this show inaanzanga too simple. We have a very rich family called the Mufasas. It has the man of the house, who's Mufasa. It has the wife, Zara. We have the 2 children, Aiden and Ariel. And actually, shout out to the actors, the producers, the editors, the writers, everyone, the camera people, the photographers, everyone who took part in producing this movie. So Real Baggy Kabugi Brian, shout out to you. For Wamboi, Wangoi, Ndirangu, shout out to you. Also, we have the late Charles Ouda. We also have who else? Mombi Minor, and the rest. So Shout out to them all. Give them just a round of applause. So issue ikianza, we see this Mufasa's family. It's a rich family. So this is the first scene that we see, a very rich family. Unapata, they live in a big mansion. So this wife and husband, that is Zara and Mufasa, they had an anniversary coming up. So they were planning to go for an anniversary vacation. So tunapata Mufasa, the guy, owned a company, a real estate company. But he actually embezzled some money and his books weren't balancing. So the anti-corruption people wakamkujia, wakamwambia, this is what is happening, they know what he's done, and the company actually went broke. So as he's planning with his wife to go for a vacation, so the wife goes, meets up with friends. Unajua ile maringo ya madem, demu kishamwonyesha pesa manze, maringo lazima pia kuglow, lazima ta glow, lakini maringo kidogo hapa na pale haiko sagi. So unapata Zara ndio huyo anapigia mabeshta na waringia nafaa kwenda wapi, Zanzibar. Hajui the company is bankrupt. Then tukona huyu jamaa Mufasa akona stress but still he hasn't told the wife nor the kids that the company is bankrupt. Then we are taken to another set where we find another family, like a middle class family. This is the Melchizedek family, that is the Karani's family. We find the wife there, Judith Karani. We find the son there, Tito Karani, and the husband, Melchizedek Karani. Then we are introduced at first to a new character, Ken, who comes actually from now the lower background, the poor background, and his mom named Levi. Madhaki ukata maji mbaya, so ikabidi sasa who Mel is a principal, Judith ni social work. So social worker akachukua Ken kwa sababu mother ni mlevi, haizi take care of Ken needs education, needs this, needs attention, but sasa mother yake hawezi kwa sababu ya ulevi, kota maji. So ikabidi aje Judith amweke wapi, ampeleke kijani kwake. So they were 4. Now there we are also introduced to another person, Audi Roa, shout out to you, who played the character Sam. So tunaona Sam pia hapo. Sam I think alikuwa crush wa Tito hapo kidogo. Then we also introduced to another family. Now this is the Mamzi's family. Mamzi ni bazenga, ni shosh fulani alikuwa apiga crime. Who would have thought by the way Shosha is apiga crime ya design. Anyway, so Shosha upiga crime, mambo ya carjacking ako hapo, si ndio? Then we have the daughter Soila, and we have the husband to Soila, who's Brayo, and we have their daughter who's Malaika. So these are the characters that were introduced first in the first scenes of the show. And also we have this other guy who works for Mamzi together with Sam, who is called Viva. So literally those are the characters that are introduced in the first setting of the show. And now remember, Mufasa's company is broke, is bankrupt. Actually not broke, but bankrupt. Literally ana do ana ganji, kampuni imesota, but this guy is rich and all. So we see that Mufasa comes back home after the anti-corruption people confront him in the office. But remember, but in the first scene tunaona Mufasa is a cheating husband because he cheats with a lady hapo ndani ya ofisi. Actually anti-corruption akiingia anakuga kicheat. But anyway, let's continue the story in the part 2 of this first episode. Yo.